Alright, what's the word? Content Uncensored. Ryan here with
Elijah Ghost.
So last time me and you were together, you had dropped Free Nick. How did you like the response from that?
I thought it was dope. I thought that people weren't gonna fuck with it as much as they did, like bringing that different style, old style back.
Yeah.
But I think that everyone really fucked with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think everyone came together and put their efforts behind
You liked it?
Yeah, I fucked with it,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
Hell yeah. So did you have it already planned to do a part 2, or was it from the response?
No, yeah, it was more so it was a mix between the response and just like working with Ben more, trying to get him more, because when people responded well and we saw that his style, you know, I was like, we can do some more shit like that, and he had pitched like a part 2 and a possible part 3, so that's it. Just all unfolded kind of by itself naturally, just working more, just like, oh yeah, that Free Nick, that first one, yeah, people fucked with that, we should do like a part 2. Okay, let's do a part 2, like basically natural.
Yeah, fuck with that. So what was it that got you started writing? Let's take it back a little bit.
Started writing rap or just like writing stuff in general? Because like at an early age I would just like write like fiction stories.
Oh,
because I used to read a lot when I was like in elementary school.
Yeah.
But then like that kind of died down just because like I was just getting over that school and shit. But then when I started writing raps, it was probably 9th grade when Ben just like told me to do it. He was just like, yeah, you should try it. Like we started listening to rap around that time, and then he was like, yeah, you should try it, you might be good. And he was actually writing at the time too, fun ass fact. Yeah, he was writing too. He was good, way better than me at the beginning, but he didn't really like rapping, he just liked producing, so that's when I stuck with it more.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even know that you used to write fiction stories.
When I was really young, like American Chillers, like Goosebumps type shit.
Hey, that's lit.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we can get a fiction book out of you.
That's definitely will come. That's a great idea.
So, how much of your life experiences reflect in your music, or is there an artist storytelling to it since you...
I think a lot of it is real life, like 75%. The other 25% that isn't real life is just more so like the internal and the environment, with like the ghost stuff, because like cemeteries right there and shit, you know, it's not like I'm rapping about it super out of place. I do like see that shit every day.
Yeah, definitely.
So, hell yeah.
Alright, to go back to Free Nick Part 2, who was that on the hook?
Carly, dude, that's my girl. Not my girl technically, but that's just, I fuck with her heavy.
Yeah, can you tell us how that came about?
Really, she was just, like I had, a friend had told me to add her on Snapchat because she sang and shit. So she just sang all the time on her story. And I was like, hell yeah, like this is dope. Like she would sing like her, like little, like just whatever shit. And then I saw her singing some like Amy Winehouse and different stuff, like hearing all these like different melodies and tones, and I was just like, hell yeah, I gotta do something.
Yeah.
And then the beat for it had just been sitting there for a while.
Okay.
And one day I was just like writing to it and was like writing a hook and stuff, like, damn, this would be good if I sang it, but I can't sing, so I was like, put 2 and 2 together, you know, like, let's get her to sing on it. So I just hit her up and she was down for it. She fucked with the beat and brought her to the studio and shit, and it worked really well. Hell yeah, shout out Carly for real.
That's dope. So she got her own following on SoundCloud and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think you can find her on SoundCloud. I put like her in the description so you could like click it, but I don't think her name is like her name on SoundCloud. Yeah. She's got one of those like user 2201 type things, but I'm gonna tell her to change it. Look her up, Carly Lusk on Twitter.
Okay, for sure.
Hell yeah.
So what's the plans for the future? What you're expanding on?
Future, just pushing Graveyard Gang as like a whole. It's not just like Elijah Ghost anymore. It's like the whole Graveyard Gang, me, Goon, Ben, Feeney, all that shit.
Whole collective.
Yeah, the whole collective. I want to just like push that in the future and now and stuff. But personally, just pushing my music, the envelope of that, and you know, broadening everything. I want to do merch. I want to do more videos. I want to do more shows. All that stuff. 100%.
Oh yeah. I think that'd be really good.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
So, for the people that don't know, and also the idiots, what inspired the name change?
Oh, well, I was just like, my other name was Neogenesis, and I didn't really fuck with that because it was just, it means like new life, but that's not what I was going for. Like I didn't want it to be like a new life. So I just kind of started going back to the roots of it, and the Elijah thing was just like, I just thought that was a cool name, but the ghost shit, it kind of goes hand in hand with how I was saying, like the cemetery and stuff, like just like growing up, like kind of feeling like a ghost.
Yeah.
Feeling like that, I don't know, the aura of death, always, you know, like, and being like an outsider, not in your own skin, type like that. Just internally too, people might have thought I was more popular or something or this or that, but a lot of times I felt like an outsider, I felt like a ghost.
Internal reflection.
Yeah, and I want other people who feel like ghosts to be able to like feel that within my music.
Yeah. Feel that. So, do you believe that the mainstream rap, or maybe rap in general, has turned into more of a social event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could say that. I think it's just more, people are focused more on what's entertaining more than the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they took the art out of it kinda, and it's more just like who's doing the crazier shit, who's more entertaining on your feed and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I hope it kind of like
comes back.
100%. Yeah.
Swing.
Yeah.
So that obviously takes away from the true innovators, you think, right?
100%. I think it's saturating to people who are really pushing that envelope, like really pushing art, being clogged up and saturated by everyone who's just trying to like put 100 posts on your feed just so that they're on there just looking for all that attention. It's kind of sad. Like, have some respect for other people, man.
Yeah. I think that's something that Frank was getting to when he did the whole Blind and Endless thing.
Yeah.
Like, he just disappeared and came back when he felt like it.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. I think A$AP Rocky does the same thing too, waiting his albums out a long time, and like people don't really fuck with it, but every time he delivers, every time it's a new approach, something different artistically, and it's like you gotta respect those guys who are still doing it for the art and not selling out and shit.
Damn.
I fuck with that.
I didn't even realize that, like, Rocky does take a minute between albums.
Yeah, definitely. All albums are like year, 2 years apart. I like that.
Hell yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Ye then.
Okay.
The innovator and the man that's a social event. Like, where do you, like, alright, so some people think he's losing his mind, and then his stands are, like, still backing him. Like, what's your position on it?
I don't even know. I can't really say, like, maybe he is losing his mind, and, like, maybe he's just, like, really stressed out or something. I can't really, like, say, but I think it goes more so that he's more so that he's really trying to push the bar. Yeah. And he
don't know how to get out.
Doesn't know how to get out, and he's worked so hard that like there is no like turning off. There is no. It's always 100%. So you definitely are gonna wear yourself out, but I don't really know, man. I guess that's for the fans and the people to decide.
I need to see Blind Ye perform, like
100%, 100%. I need that back.
Yeah.
I need that the brainwashed Illuminati Kanye back for real.
That's crazy. That'd be ill. Okay, but so 4 years out in the future, what do you think in architecture and cars are looking like?
4 years, you said, or
20,
just years?
2020.
Okay.
Like 2020 plus.
Shit, I hope we got those self-driving cars. Yeah. That'd be straight up.
Hell yeah.
I'm kind of scared of not being in control, but I think that it would be dope as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Car. You said architecture too?
Yeah.
I'll probably say more like basic shit, like more like
minimalist.
Yeah, like a lot of like neo-European style architecture. Probably, you know, like really boxy. Shit, I don't know if you, like, I went to Toronto recently, and like I saw a lot of like how they're building like the high rises and all that shit, just like city and like booming up and like,
for real.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna look like everything's just gonna look more like urban and newer, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, obviously it's gonna look newer in the future, but whatever.
You excited for it to come though?
Yeah, I'm always looking forward to the future.
Hell yeah. So, any last things you want to say?
I was gonna say shout out Nick. Shout out Counting Uncensored. Shout out Graveyard Gang. All the fans listening, watching, tuned in. I fuck with y'all. Fuck with you too, man, for real.
The one that Ben was real on, the one I learned my skills on. Knew that we'd be stars though. Went from playing dice behind Carlos to getting played in every car, yo. We the rest.